Hello everybody, welcome back to Valecast, brought to you by Motive. I am Sybil, and today I'm joined by Calum. Say hello, Calum.
Hello, Simo. It's good to see you again. I think it's been about 3 weeks or so since we've been on together.
I was going to say, yeah. Normal service has been resumed.
Exactly. The dream team are back together. So now it's good to see you. I've missed our weekly catch-ups. So now it's
me too. It's been a long time. It's been especially when we've actually got some good news to talk about as well.
Yeah, sure do.
Yeah, well, you had the good news to talk about. In fact, one of us had the good news. Have we done an episode since we beat Nairn? No, we haven't actually. I did a sort of preview to Nairn last week. And by the way, thank you all very much to all of the viewers that kept watching, even though it was just one of us on. We still got some pretty good views on this video, so we really do appreciate you all tuning in, subscribing. Tipped over 50 subscribers as well, so that's also good news. In terms of club news, we have a few things going on. Is there anything you want to bring up before we get into the football action?
Yeah, there's maybe a couple of bits to mention. You've maybe seen kind of kicking about on social media, and we've been talking about it on Twitter as well, is the new Highland League weekly show that's being produced by the Press and Journal. So obviously we're just a couple of games in, so everybody just finding their feet. But yeah, fantastic show that they've put together, the guys there. So I'd encourage as many of you to go over and subscribe to that if you can. We had our July 50-50 just a couple of days ago as well. So Max Stewart from the first team came in and picked out the lucky winners who shared over $1,000 between them again. So thank you to everybody that's involved in that. Obviously, it's great for the winners and it's also great for the club. The more people that are in it, the higher the prize pot. So yeah, all the details are on the Vale website for that. Couple of other little bits and pieces. We've still got obviously availability for seasons tickets for this year. So if you are planning on heading down on Saturday, then seasons tickets will be available to purchase on the day, or you can get that through the club website as well. And obviously match day passes, just the usual setup for that. Pay at the gate as you come into Princess Royal Park. So other than that, I know we'll kind of go back and look at Nairn and then look ahead to Brechin. Just to maybe touch quickly on the Aberdeenshire Cup. So as you know, or maybe you don't know, but we received a bye straight into the quarterfinal of the Evening Express Aberdeenshire Cup this year, which is great. We were due to play the winners of Dice against her. That match, just at time of recording, has just finished actually. It was a bit of a thriller in the end. Hermes were down to 10 men quite early on. They actually went 2-1 up with not long to go. Dice managed to grab an equaliser in the dying minutes, I believe, and then went on to win it on penalties. So quarterfinal will be Deveronvale against Dice Juniors, who obviously we came up against last year. So other current scores, just to let you know where that is. Again, at time of recording, these are all halftime results. Start Turriff and Inverurie Locos is currently goalless. That's 0-0. Buckie Thistle at home for Martin. For Martin are 1-up at the break. And probably the surprising result, or not so surprising, they are a very good setup. Halftime, it is Bankside 5, Keith 0. So it's quite a scoreline coming out of Spain Park tonight. So, but I think that's probably all the kind of club news and updates this week. The only other thing to kind of mention, which I appreciate, is obviously a bit of a somber tone. We haven't spoken since any of this came out. Again, Gary Davis from Rothes was the secretary at Rothes and a very good friend at Deveronvale who tragically passed away a couple of weeks ago now, or a week or so ago now. So again, just echoing everything that we've said online, that the club obviously passes on its condolences to his friends and family and everyone at Rothes, and also to the friends and family of Stuart Begg, former youth player with Deveronvale, who again tragically lost his life just a couple of weeks ago as well. So thoughts and prayers with all of them. And yes, that will do us for all of our club updates. And over to the football, Simo.
Thanks very much. So I just want to kind of look back to Brechin, and I spoke a wee bit about how much of a difficult... No, sorry, Broder. Get what's mixed up. It's been a while. Let's look back to Broder, where it was a difficult match for us, but I kind of did praises in terms of that we held out so well for a good 80 minutes, besides a wonder goal. Who Robert Scott would go on to and even get a better goal than that against Nairn, which I'm chuffed about for goal. We'll talk about how he's up for goal this season with that. If you've not seen that, it's a must watch. Go to Vale Twitter, scroll down a wee bit, it's there, fantastic. It'll say Dane Ballard on the highlight, but it's not, it's Robert Scott's goal. But yeah, And thank you very much for watching the manager pre-match and post-match as well. I think we're up to like 1,000 views on those as well on the social medias as well. It's crazy. So yeah, we are trying our very best to push out this media stuff, and we're glad you guys are enjoying aspects of it. But like, just to echo what Craig said, we were up against a hard team against Broda, and we did really, really well. And then the following podcast, I spoke a wee bit about how important it was that we don't go to Nairn and get a negative result, because otherwise we kind of start snowballing. With if we had a loss to Broda and a loss to Nairn, then we're going into a really, really tough game at home against Brecon. Yeah. We kind of get ourselves in a wee bit of a bad spot there. We went to Nairn and we were blinded, to be honest, from what I've heard, and some of the goals as well. I thought Dane took his fantastically well. It's a really, really cool, calm, collected finish as well from Dane. You get his on the social media as well. Two really, really spot on finishes. Craig's obviously, he did say he'd learned a lot from the Broda match. You can really only learn those lessons in really, competitive football. You can just the lessons you can't really quite learn in a pre-season match, because the adrenaline just isn't tipped over to the stakes of a competitive game. When you're actually fighting for your place on the pitch, you're fighting to get where the club, where it has to be, So, but yeah, I think I'm glad that we've learned the lessons against Broda. I'm hoping that we can hold out against Brecon, because obviously they're coming. They're Football League opposition, make no mistake. They've come down from the Football League, but they still have a lot of top Football League level players in the books. But we need to do what we did against Brecon. We need to eliminate that wonder goal, and we need to hold out, and hopefully, and I said some of the chances we had against Broda, if one of them dropped for us, that's a different match. It's a different 90 minutes. We're still holding out at 80. And at 80, we've got something to fight for, because we were gassed.
It just shows you the difference as well, with, as you say, a couple of chances, against Baroda. If they had gone our way, then obviously it's a totally different match. But, you see that with Nairn as well, with Dane's goal, maybe a slight bit of luck with the defender kind of dallying on the ball a wee bit, and Bob obviously kind of nicked the foot in there to get it for Dane. You wouldn't think that that's his first goal since 2018 either. He's battled back tremendously from his horrific injury that he had. A hell of a long time to recuperate from that. Probably worth mentioning as well, anybody that did kind of contribute to the Dane Ballard recovery fund, if you like, then thank you very much to everybody that helped us get Dane back on the park. Yes, he played last season for a few games as well, obviously, but to see him in about the goals again, because I know that will give him a massive confidence boost. Bob's goal of the season written all over it, really, hasn't it? It's you can't describe that one well enough, really, to be honest with you.
No, it can't be described with words, that one. You need to go to Vale's Twitter.
I think actually our left back Harry Noble made a good comment on it. Just handballs, class finish 6 out of 10. We'll go with that. If we can get 6 out of 10 goals like that every week, then I'll be a very, very happy man. Also, we did kind of make mention as well for Sean McIntosh in goals. His first clean sheet with the Vale as well, and just his second competitive appearance. So that's a great confidence booster for him. And the entirety of the back line as well. Ross Aitken again not putting a foot wrong. And we had Innes Mackay came in for his competitive debut as well. Michael Watson in the middle of the park too. So it's starting to click. Looking ahead to Brecon though. We put out a reshare of an interview that Craig had done with Grampian Online today, or yesterday if you're watching now. I think he was very right in his comments. We're not there to. I know what you're saying about Brecon. I totally respect that. They are, very recently, obviously, a League Two team. So there's absolutely no disrespect to Brecon on this. But we are not there to make up the numbers. That's what Craig was saying. Not. We're not there to watch them. We're not there to just admire what they can do in the park. Yes, they've got some fantastic players, but hey, so have we. And on our day, we pushed Cove Rangers very close just before they went out of the league at Princess Royal Park. So. Anything can happen on a match day. I know that there's going to be a healthy number of Brecon fans travelling up for the game. I was speaking to their supporter liaison team today, so their minibus or coach or whatever it is that's coming up is full. There's no more spaces on that for the Brecon fans. So let's get Princess Royal Park, packed out with Vale fans to drown all those guys out. It promises to be a great game. We're in great shape. They're coming in 2 wins on the bounce as well. There's all the added kind of glamour with, like, Craig Levine involved at Brecon as well, and Andy Kirk in the management position. So, yeah, let's make it a day to remember at Princess Royal Park, and hopefully the boys can put in a strong performance, and who knows what we could come away with.
Absolutely. If they're bringing this support, we need the viewers of Valecast to turn up in their numbers. Yeah, absolutely. We're not there to make up the numbers. I mean, there was talk about us getting beat by Broda 8 or 9-0, and we pushed them pretty much all the way. We were 50-50 in the first half, minus the wonder goal, and then pushed them all the way to like 80 minutes, where granted they did do a really, really good job of hoovering up possession and forcing us to press like consistently. So we were pretty gassed near the end, just coming out obviously a pre-season, a hard pre-season as well. But I think we've learned lessons. We're not there to make up the numbers. We've got an ambitious manager, 10 new faces in the squad competing for their places that are there to nail down a starting spot in the lineup as well. Yeah, I'm by no means ruling this out against any opposition this season. Absolutely not.
No.
Go back on Dale's finish. Since its first finish is 2018. I wanted to say just before we got into whatever you guys say, Callum, it's a proper striker's finish, like a striker that looks as if he's in form because he's one-on-one with the keeper. He's straight on. He's not at angles. So it's a bit of a difficult one. Keeper's obviously coming out to make himself big, and he does get a wee bit of a glove to it as well. But it's a proper striker's finish. I think it's really, really well there.
Absolutely.
I hope he pushes on and uses that as a wee bit of confidence. Because one-on-ones are the most difficult ones, because it's like a battle of the minds, isn't it? Because everybody's thinking that he's got to score here, but you see so often they're getting missed. But yeah, I thought it was a cracking goal.
Something for a guy that's not had the ball in the back of the net for a wee while, obviously through injury and COVID seasons and things like that. It's not like he's played 100 games and not scored. So with everything that he's gone through, I think getting that finish, and so early on in the game as well, is fantastic. And I know he wants to stick the ball in the back of the net at Princess Royal Park more than anything. So, I mean, if we look back to the very, very first episode of Valecast, it seems quite a long time ago now, just after Craig was appointed to the management role. That we were talking about Dane, and Craig rates Dane as one of the top finishers in the league. And I think his goal on Saturday showed that, as you say, that kind of coolness to not be flustered by a big goalie running at you, to pick his spot and to stick with it. I think, obviously Bob takes a lot of the plaudits for his kind of wonder strike, but that goal from Dane's certainly not an open goal. I think he still had a lot of work to do there. He picked the ball up, quite a distance from the goal as well. He had to run into the box with it, so certainly not a tap in. And all credit to him for coming back and coming back, strong as well. So yeah, here's hoping that's the start of the DB9 goal machine back that Deveronvale fans are so used to over the years. Dane's got a fantastic pedigree. He's brought up through the Rangers youth system, which I think shows as well. So we've got a cracking striker on our hands, and if he can stay fit and keep forming that partnership with Robert Scott as well, then who knows how many goals he can finish on this year. So yeah, I'm delighted to see him back. When I first got involved with the club, that was just after his injury, or just around the time that he suffered his injury. So this is the first time that I'm seeing Dane properly up at the top of the park and knocking the goals in. So here's hoping a couple more of this coming Saturday would be nice. No pressure.
I'm pretty sure. I know we'll put all the pressure on him now. I'm pretty sure he did the 90 minutes against Broda, just pressing the back line when they were moving, especially in the latter stages of the second half. When it is a hot old day that day as well. And I think still pressing those centre backs, still trying to make runs in behind when they were really compressing us, really suffocating us from any possession at all, making us run. Just wait, they're just standing still, just sort of like making a pass because their positioning is just, you can see the way they've been gelled, and they're a team they're obviously an ambition, but we're still gelled, we're still finding our way. But yeah, and he was still pressing, so he's obviously conditioned. He's obviously wanting to play a lot of minutes as well, and yeah, I can't wait to see where he is come the end of the season, because I think he's definitely one for watch, especially after that finish. I think he's definitely one for us to watch this season. Him and Bob, Sutton and Shearer and the making.
Well, he got the celebration right anyway when he ran off celebrating that goal like Alan Shearer. So yeah, I'm sure it's not a bad comparison to have, is it? So, but yeah, no. So really chuffed for him to get that monkey off the back and get the first goal in the column this year for us. So, but yeah, so looking ahead again to Brechin, just maybe touch on quickly in terms of what match day still looks like at Princess Royal Park. So, Obviously, since our first game, since the Brora game, we had the update from Nicola Sturgeon that Scotland moves beyond level 0. Obviously, that's from the Monday after the game, so we will still have the same kind of protocols that were in place for the Brora match. So, the 1 meter distancing, you'll need to do your track and trace stuff at the turnstiles when you come in. So please, everybody, be ready for that. Face masks as well if you're in the stand or going to use the toilet facilities or anything like that. And we are just awaiting final confirmation from the council in terms of whether the refreshments kind of kiosk will be open or the pie shop we prefer. So fingers crossed, that is available on Saturday. And again, we'll just keep posted, or when you turn up, you'll know if the shutters are up or not, if it's open. The hospitality lounge is still unavailable at this point in time, but hopefully, given the update that we've had just this week, hopefully that means the hospitality will be coming back very, very soon. So again, keep your eyes peeled on that. I know we've had lots of interest from people looking to get back into the Motive Lounge. So we'll just put out a wee thing on social media when we're ready to start taking bookings on that one. We still have our digital match sponsorship packages available as well at the moment. We're going to run that right the way through the season. Appreciate we're starting to interact with a lot more people outside of Banff and even outside of Scotland. So, a good opportunity for some of these guys that are speaking to us on Twitter or what have you to put their name to the digital sponsorship options. So if you're interested in that, just send us a message and we can take care of the rest. We are still potentially on the lookout for a kit assistant as well. We did put up a post the other week about a matchday media assistant, and I'm really pleased that it looks as though we've got somebody in place for that, who will be coming along to the Brechin game. So you never know, you might even meet them on Saturday online. But anybody that's interested in donating some time, I suppose, the best way to say it, or giving their time to Deveronvale on a match day, we would love to hear from you. There's never, the work's never done on a match day. There's never too many hands. So, if you're looking to just give a couple hours on a Saturday, then, we would absolutely love it to hear from you on that one. So please do get in touch with us on that. And I think that's about it from my side. We still got our player sponsorships, a few of them available as well. And the Scottish Cup, we put out a wee update on that one. I think it was last week now. The SFA have confirmed the format for this year's Scottish Cup. So whereas last year we started and finished in the preliminary round, this year we go straight into round 1 proper. And I believe that's scheduled to be in September. I think it's the 18th of September. So again, the draw is probably not too far away on that one. So just again, keep your eyes peeled on that, and we'll keep you updated with how that all goes.
Right, Theo. I just want to finish up with going through the league table. At the top of the table, we have Buckie Thistle. I'm sure there'll be a couple of Valecast regular viewers that hope that's short-lived. With a goal difference of 9, 2 great games that have started so far. Buckie Thistle started really, really well in the season, cemented themselves top of the table.
Yeah.
We obviously...
Sorry, Sim, I was just to interrupt you on that one again. So the week after this coming Saturday, we are away to Buckie, in what's always a fierce rivalry that we have just across the road with them. So again, we'll be kind of putting out or sharing any kind of protocols that are in place from Buckie's side, just so that we're not confusing things, because I know that lots of different grounds have got lots of different protocols. So anything that we hear from them, we'll just keep you posted through social media as well, and hopefully that'll be a good game as well to see. So always a good one, always a highlight of the calendar, and obviously looking forward to getting them back to Princess Royal Park later in the season as well. So sorry, Sybil, back to you.
No problem. If you're at a Buckie game, come say hello. Any Valecast viewers, because I will be there. And second place, we have Fraserburgh. Also started the season incredibly well. We're goal difference of 7, leaving them in second place. Just behind them, our adversaries for this weekend, Brechin City in third. Then Inverurie Locals with a draw and a win, leaving them in fourth place. Huntly in fifth. Brora Rangers in sixth place. Bearing in mind, Brora Rangers have only played one game, as have Ross. Formentine in 8th place, Nairn County in 9th, the mighty Vale in 10th. We're climbing. better than what it was last weekend. Strathspey in 11th, Wick Academy in joint 11th place /12th. Forest McCarrick in 13, Lossiemouth in 14th, Turniff in 15th, Keith in 16th, Fort William in 17th, and Clarkcudden in 18th. Clarkcudden had a difficult old start to the season with a -8 goal difference already. They will be looking to pick it up. They need to pick up form fairly sharply, otherwise they risk getting a bit of a snowball of bad form. But that is going to be it for this week in Valecast. We hope to see you at Princess Royal Park for the Brechin game. Please follow all the advisory steps that we put in place for attending the game. It's obviously a huge game. We hope to see you there. Please come and support the Vale, especially since the Brechin fans are going to turn up in their masses. And I hope to see some of you at the Bucky game, as well as I'm unable to make the Brechin game. But as always, please get in touch with the club if you want to come in and help us out on match day. We will see you on the next one. As always, before we go, a big thank you to Motive, who bring you this podcast every Thursday at 7:30. Okay, cheerio, bye.